Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Tasmidi bin Muhammad Ghazali and my matric number is 2024-648-614. And today I will do a presentation about my research that have titled Teachers Classroom Management Strategies and their impact on student behaviour. So for the first part is the objective of the study. And the first one is research gap. Most exciting studies focus on general classroom management strategies, but there is limited research on how teachers with different things experience handle problem behaviors and use communication skill in real classroom settings, particularly from the perspective of motivation and classroom management theories. And the following is the research question and the research objective. For the next part is literature review. So the first article is a systematic meta-review of measures of classroom management in school settings. So for the finding of the article, a wide range of classroom management measurement tools exist, but their quality varies significantly. Most measures focus primarily on teachers' behaviours, with limited attention to students' outcome. The study highlights the needs for more standardized and psychometrically sound classroom management assessment tool. And the research method used is systematic meta-review, which is the review of previous studies that examine instruments used to measure classroom management. For the next article, have a title Correlates of Teachers' Classroom Management, Self-Efficacy, a Systematic Review and Meta-Analysis. So on the finding, teachers with higher self-efficacy demonstrate more effective classroom management practice. Higher self-efficacy is linked to improved student engagement and fewer behavior problems. Enhancing teachers' training and support system can improve classroom management self-efficacy. For the research method, systematic review, which is meta-analyzing using quantitative synthesis for prior studies. For the next article, have a title Beyond Hearing, the relationship between active listening and emotional intelligence in pre-service elementary teachers. So for the finding, teachers shows a moderate level of emotional intelligence with stronger skills in emotional regulation than emotional understanding. There was a positive relationship between active listening skill and emotional intelligence, especially in understanding and using emotion. The study suggests that improving emotional understanding and active listening can enhance teachers' abilities to communicate and support students effectively. Research method that used is quantitative correlational studies used to MSc-EIT to measure emotional intelligence (EI). Examine association between EI dimensions and active listening skill in pre-service elementary students. Sample is 50 elementary education students that have a mean age 20.54 years. Next is theory supporting classroom management and communication. The first theory is Bandura's social cognitive theory, which is self-efficacy and observational learning. Learning occurs through observing others' behavior. Teachers' action and communication serve as model for student behavior. Emphasize teachers' efficacy in meaning classroom behavior and maintaining control. The second one is behaviorist theory, which is reinforcement and discipline. Behavior is shaped through reinforcement and consequences, focusing on clear rules, routines, praise, and correlative action. Support strategies used to manage problem behaviors and discipline. And for the last one is humanistic theory, which is motivation and teacher-student relationship. It emphasizes empathy, respect, and emotional support. Learning and behavior improve when students feel valued and understood. Highlights the importance of communication skill and active listening in classroom management. The next part is methodology, which is the method used is the study used a qualitative design with semi-structured interview. The collected data were transcribed and analyzed using thematic analysis to identify the key pattern and themes. For the data collection, data was gathered through virtual interviews held on Google Meet. Teachers responded to questions aligned with the research objective, and their answers were transcribed and examined using thematic analysis. For the sampling, the first teacher is Encik Muhammad Ghazali bin Muhammad Tohir, which is a veteran teacher and have 30 years of teaching experience. For the second sample is from teacher Miss Nurul Kausar Izzati bin Muhammad Ghazali, which is a novice teacher and only have 1 year of teaching experience. So these are the interview questions that been asked to the teachers. So next, findings, data analysis and discussion, which is the similarities and difference between teachers' responses. So the first one is similarities, which is the first one is use of clear classroom rules. Both teachers emphasize the importance of clear rules and expectation in the classroom. They believe that well-defined rules help students understand acceptable behavior and maintain classroom order. The second one is use of guidance and discussion instead of punishment. Both teachers address repeated misbehavior through advice, reminder, and private discussion with students. Punishment was used only as a last resort. So the third one is importance of communication in classroom management. Both teachers highlighted that role of clear and respectful communication in managing students. They use calm tone and positive language when correcting behaviors. And the last one, focus on student engagement. Both teachers use interactive teaching strategies such as questioning and discussion to keep students engaged. They believe that engaged students are less likely to display disruptive behavior.
So I make a class agreement together with my student for the procedure or something rules that we can if they can argue with me if they don't want to accept it. Okay.
Next is the difference between teachers' response. So the first one is classroom seating and arrangement. Teacher 1 use a more fixed seating arrangement to control discipline and monitor student easily, when teachers 2 use flexible seating depend on lesson activities and student behavior. The second difference is response to aggressive behavior. Teacher 1 mentioned that separating students immediately to maintain classroom safety, which in teacher 2 say emphasize calm communication and de-escalation before escalating the issue. And the third difference is use of non-verbal communication. The first teacher emphasized eye contact and hand gesture to correct behavior. Meanwhile, teacher 2 emphasized movement around the classroom, proximity control to monitor the students.
Ya Rejah, ini juga kita perlulah susun yang ikut yang telah ditentukan oleh guru. Maksudnya nanti kalau tidak ditentukan, contohnya duduk laki-laki dengan perempuan, sedangkan murid-murid itu tidak sewajarnya berbuat demikian. Jadi kalau guru menentukan bahawa tempat-tempat duduk yang telah disediakan itu jangan berubah-ubah, contohnya ya, duduk satu tempat yang telah ditentukan. Kalau nak berubah tempat, maka perlulah dia meminta izin kepada guru darjah atau guru kelas tersebut.
Main finding from thematic analysis. So the first research question is classroom management strategy used by teacher. Clear structure to shape student behavior. Teacher establish clear rules, routines and expectations to create an organized classroom environment. This structure helps students understand acceptable behavior and reduce confusion. The second one is supportive physical environment for motivation. Classroom arrangement, learning corners and accessible materials were used to support students' comfort and motivation. A well-organized physical environment encourages positive behavior and learning engagement. The third one is active engagement to enhance learning motivation. Teachers use interactive strategies such as questioning, discussion and group activities to maintain student engagement. Active participant help increase students' motivation and reduce off-task behavior. For the research question 2, handling problem behavior in the classroom. The first one is non-intrusive behavior management. Teachers manage minor misbehavior using subtle strategies such as eye contact, gesture and proximity. Those approach allow teachers to correct behavior without interrupting the teaching and learning process. The second one is guidance-oriented discipline. Instead of punishment, teachers use advice, reminder and private discussion to guide students towards better behavior. This approach emphasizes understanding student behavior and promoting self-discipline. The third one is preventive behavior management through motivation. Teachers focus on motivating students and maintaining engagement to prevent misbehavior from occurring. Motivated and engaged students were less likely to display disruptive behavior. And the third research question is teachers' communication skill in classroom. The first one is positive communication in build motivation. Teachers use respectful language, calm tone and encouragement to motivate students. Positive communication help create a support learning atmosphere. The second one is emotional support and trust building. By listening to students and understanding their emotional needs, teachers build trust and stronger teacher-student relationship. This emotional support encourage better cooperation and behavior. The third one is communication to enhance self-efficacy. Teachers encourage students to believe in their ability to improve and succeed. This strengthens the students' confidence and willingness to follow the classroom expectation. And the last one, assertive yet respectful communication. Teachers maintain authority through firm but respect communication. The balanced approach allow teachers to manage behavior effectively while preserving positive relationship.
I believe the physical environment of the classroom play an important role in managing student behavior. I try to arrange the classrooms to make it comfortable, clean, and suitable for learning. Like I said before, I want to make a classroom, a school, as their second home.
Jadi biasa kalau berlaku depan mata yang murid yang agresif begini, kita perlulah berikan ketenangan ataupun kita jangan ambil terus tindakan, ya. Kita bersabar dulu, kita selesaikan sebaik-baiknya dulu. Ya, jangan kita emosi atau kita ambil dia, contoh kita terus lempang dia dan sebagainya. Itu beratlah, walaupun itu telah menguasai emosi. Jadi sebenarnya ada cara macam mana kita nak selesaikan murid-murid yang begitu, ya.
So next is supporting the finding with evidence from literature and theories. So the first one is clear rule and routine are essential for effective classroom management. The finding shows that both teachers emphasize clear classroom rules and routine to manage student behavior effectively. This supports behaviorist theory, which highlight the role of clear expectation and consistent reinforcement in shaping student behavior. Central 2023 explained that structured classroom rules help reduce disruptive behavior and create a predictable learning environment. The second one is effective communication and teacher self-efficacy support classroom management. The finding indicate that calm communication, active listening, and emotional support play an important role in managing student behavior. Teachers who communicate clearly and confidently are better able to maintain control and build positive relationships. This is consistent with social cognitive theory, which emphasizes teacher self-efficacy and modeling as key factor of classroom management. The last one is positive and preventive strategies are preferred over punishment. Both teachers prefer non-intrusive and preventive strategies such as eye contact, gentle reminder, and private discussion when handling problem behaviors. Punitive action were only used as a last resort. This aligns with research showing that positive classroom in management system are more effective than punishment alone in addressing disruptive behavior. For the conclusion, and the summary is the study found that the clear classroom rule and routine are fundamental in maintaining effective classroom management. Both teachers prefer positive and preventive strategies over punishment when handling problem behavior. Effective communication skills such as calm, verbal response, and active listening play a crucial role in managing student behavior. Despite difference in teaching experience, both teachers demonstrate the similar core classroom management practice. Overall, the finding highlight the effective classroom management is supported by motivation, self-efficacy, and positive teacher-student relationship. For the possible future research, future study may involve a larger number of teachers from different schools to obtain more comprehensive findings. Further researchers could explore classroom management practice across different subjects or educational level. Future study may examine the long-term impact of teachers' communication skill on student behavior and engagement. Researchers could investigate the relationship between teacher self-efficacy and classroom management effectiveness on greater depth. And the last one is additional research may include students' perspective to provide a more holistic understanding on classroom management practice. For the recommendation, teachers are encouraged to establish a clear classroom rule and routine to promote a structured and positive learning environment. Schools should provide continuous professional development to enhance teachers' classroom management and communication skills. Teachers are recommended to apply positive and preventive behavior management strategies rather than relying on punitive approach. Teachers training programs should emphasize effective communication skills, including active listening and emotional support. School administration should strengthen support system to help teachers manage problem behavior effectively.